A year has come and gone. 2023 went by in a blink of an eye, and in that time I have reviewed a lot of survival games. This video is going to be my top 6 as well as my worst 6 listing of the games I have reviewed this year. Starting off with the worst games that I have reviewed this year is going to be Salt. Specifically Salt 1. Salt I rated a 2.8 out of 5. So the first few games I list, I don't actually hate. I found that they had a lot of good things in them. It was just either not executed well or a bit scuffed. Salt is one of those games where there's a lot of good things about it that could definitely hook an RPG player with long-term progression items if you just want to sit around, have a chill game to waste your time. I only rated this low because it had a lot of things that could have been refined a bit better, though most of it had been fixed by the time the second game released, which is good. However, the first game is still not going to change from how it was released, so the score is going to reflect how it is at this moment. It is a game I say definitely is worth a try if it's on sale. Number 5 is going to be The Bloodline, which I rated a 2.6. The Bloodline is another game where there's so much right about it. I enjoyed playing this game for many hours, though it is a bit of a rocky start for this early access game. You can give it a slight break as it is only a single developer working on it. It has amazing RPG mechanics as well as fun and unique abilities, freeform character development systems, and so many hidden secrets to find. Even then, it is far from ready to be a fully released game, though I do anticipate this to be an amazing game with some more work put around it, and I plan to replay this game when it has more updates. Number 4 on this list is Corbor, which I rated a 2.5. Corbor is in early access, but even from my first few days playing it, it was very scuffed. The gathering of materials is tuned for multiplayer, and it kind of forces you to work together with others, which takes such a long time to gather things if you're solo or just 2 players, even if you just need to make a single item. Not to mention that the combat was very stiff and not responsive to your input, which made it feel terrible, though I hope they can improve this in the future, as I did enjoy the world design and the fully voice-acted characters. Number 3 is going to be Karagon, which I rated a 2 out of 5. Now we get into the really terrible games. Karagon is touted to be a game similar to Ark, Horizon Zero Dawn, and Zoids, where you build up your arsenal, tame and build robots to battle even bigger robots to, I don't really know what the point of this game is. There's not really a story to discover, there's no progression. The progression loop is the exact same between all 4 biomes. You heard me right, just 4 biomes. The animations were all static, the game had massive input lag, the sound effects were non-existent, the music constantly cuts off and switches songs randomly. I could not recommend this game at all. The only reason I gave it a 2 rather than a 1 is because I managed to at least tolerate to play it for a few days, rather than just shutting it off then and there. Number 2 on this list is Northern Lights, which I rated a 1.8. Northern Lights is a game that I do not recommend as it is. It is infuriating to play. This garbage game, while the survival mechanics themselves were not that bad, the fact that the story mode is so linear, you cannot just find items unless you get to the point in the story where you're supposed to find them. It makes it so you can't just wander and explore, or you'll never progress. And without a lead, you can wander around with absolutely no reason at all. Not to mention, the only viable transportation is the snowmobile, which is so scuffed you cannot drive it without it doing a constant 180 to a 360 spin constantly, even if you are just on a flat plane and don't even touch the turning buttons. It was frustrating, infuriating, and absolute dog shit. And now the number 1 most hated game, the worst game I have rated this year, is going to be Ephesus, which I also rated a 1.8, though it should be lower than that. There is just so much wrong with this game. It should be removed from Steam and everyone should be given a refund. Nothing in this game functions, from the gambling having the exact same outcome every time, to fish swimming out of the water, not being able to interact with any buttons at all, to horrible combat and hitboxes, to randomly disappearing enemies as well, overall, there is nothing good about this game, nothing I can praise or say it will get better. This game is hopeless and deserves to remain at the lowest rate I could give it. Do not purchase this game at all.
What exploded? It exploded?
Help me! Help me!
What did you do?
Oh, he's dying!
He's dying! We didn't say goodbye! We didn't say goodbye!
Well, now that we've gotten the worst games out of the way, time to pick you up with the best games that I have rated this year. Starting off with Phasmophobia, which I rated a 4.2 out of 5. Phasmophobia is a game I didn't expect to like it as much as I did. Normally, I don't like round-based games, where you do a round or a match over and over again. However, this game hit me a bit different. I'm able to play matches and have fun playing it, be it solo or with friends. I have had a lot of funny encounters as well. The ghosts themselves are all unique and make it feel that I can solve the mystery even without evidences, just based on their personality alone. The various holiday events are really fun and unique, and the tools needed to find the ghosts, especially after the progression update, makes it feel immersive. Definitely a game I recommend. Number 5 is going to be Craftopia, which I rated a 4 out of 5. Craftopia is a mix of Genshin Impact and Breath of the Wild. While there are survival elements to this game, it is mostly an action RPG where you can develop your character however you wish, build your home, defeat powerful boss battles. While most of the early zones look similar, by the 4th major zone there is uniqueness to each zone and adds a lot of value and resources the further you explore. The only issue was that with the new open world update, a lot of the world is locked off, though it is slowly opening more and more every few months. Also, the taming system was completely broken, but hopefully that will be resolved soon. Other than that, I had a lot of fun playing this game, and I can definitely recommend it. Laser cut. Oh, that's not good. Oh my god! He is fucking right there! The next one on my list is Subnautica, which I rated a 4 out of 5. Subnautica I played for the first time this year. I actually played the second game before this one, so with fresh eyes, I was able to see why people enjoyed this game. From the unique locations to creature variety, as well as equipment variety. It was all one big fun adventure, also while trying to learn the story of the virus, as well as trying to escape the planet. If you have thalassophobia while playing it, don't worry, I had it as well, though eventually I did manage to desensitize to it. You know, mostly. I still had moments of being scared by random leviathans jumping out at me. Number 3 on this list is going to be the Fountain of Youth, which I rated a 4.3 out of 5. The Fountain of Youth was one of my most anticipated games of this year. Now, I went into this game completely blind. It ended up not playing the way I had expected, though for what it was and how it did play, I actually enjoyed it a lot. It was very immersive from both exploration and the survival aspects. There's tons of optional and unique locations and side quests to visit, world puzzles, and so much more with an interesting story that is a fantasy based on reality, which really interested me. This game is a definite try if you ever thought about it. Number 2 on this list is going to be Return to Moria, which I rated a 4.3 out of 5. Moria is a game that I was a bit worried about. Not only did we have a really bad Lord of the Rings game and TV show released recently, but this was going to be a straight-to-epic exclusive, which seemed to be a death sentence for most games. Luckily, this game seems to be actually, really good. While not as open as I would want it, and the building system is kind of scuffed, the rest of the game, with its exploration and story of all of the little tidbits from the original series, were all fun to experience. From what I've been told, there is supposed to be a Steam release in a year from now. And on top of that, there is confirmed at least a year's worth of new content to be added post-launch. So yeah, with its few flaws, I say this is definitely one of the best survival games I've played all year long and can highly recommend it. And now my number 1 game for this list is Stardew Valley, which I rated a 5 out of 5. Alright, so this is a bit cheating. This game has been out for a while, and while there are survival elements, this is not a true survival game. However, I also review open world RPG games, as well as especially sandbox games. Not only that, I had never played Stardew Valley before this review. This was my first time ever playing it with fresh eyes, and I had to say, the praise I heard about this game from years ago is well earned. This is my first ever 5 out of 5 game due to just how much attention to detail, love, and care that was put into this game. I even made a second playthrough where I would just play combat and not farm at all. I managed to reach the last level of the mines before spring was over. So you can choose to play this game however you want, be it solo or with friends. I highly recommend this game for anyone who was unsure or fence-sat this game. I assure you that you will spend your hours exploring, finding out the hidden details of this game, from the NPCs and their personal schedules, to their likes and dislikes, to the various morality decisions you could choose early on in the game. Is just simply fantastic. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I look forward to the next year with even more games to play and review. To see new reviews on games, both new and old, as well as popular and hidden gems, make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite and worst games of this year was. I would love to hear what y'all think of it as well. And I'll see you next time. Florida Gatorman out.